Today I'm going to walk you through how to complete the Bad Signal mission in Modern Warfare Zombies as a solo. This can be quite a spicy mission. There are some tough bosses in this and a relentless onslaught of zombies. So you're going to want to make sure that you have your weapons pack-a-punched up to at least, I would say, pack-a-punch 2, preferably pack-a-punch 3. In this example, I brought in a lot of gear, so I'm throwing everything at this because I know this is a tough mission. So I have the golden armor, the ether blade, I have a pack-a-punch 3 crystal for my primary weapon, and a pack-a-punch 2 for my secondary weapon. I'll show you the builds at the end of the video, so if you want to skip ahead to that, please feel free. You can play the entire match on the regular map, so you have a lot of time to gear up if you don't have some of these items. It just helps to come in with that so that you can spend time looking for other things like ammo mods or perks. What I did in this match was I spent a lot of time looting for things like the turret circuits, for ammo mods, and also for the perks. Once I'd done quite a few missions to build up some cash and collect a few goodies, I headed over to the Wonder Fizz, which you can see in the video. So here in the red zone, you can purchase any of the perks that you don't have. I would definitely recommend getting the Juggernog. Make sure that you have the fast armor, fast reload, and also the fast sprinting. I would definitely recommend those. And whatever your other favorites are. Once you've done that, there is also a buy station nearby. So if you don't have enough self-revives, I definitely recommend taking in a few self-revives. Or if you want to buy some more turret circuits, you can do that at the buy station. If you have the golden armor, you can get away with not carrying too much armor in. You're fighting a lot of zombies, so there's a ton of ammo and plates that get dropped during the mission. Once you feel like you've got everything you need, head over to the extraction point. So this is marked on the map as the Bad Signal. It's kind of the same as the other story mission extractions, and it's right by the tornado in the center of the map, so very hard to miss. It's this triangular thing. So once you go up to this and activate it, it'll ask you to accept it. You'll have to go into the map to accept it. Taking care of some business, getting the zombies out the way. But you'll have to interact with the TAC map and accept the mission, and that'll launch you into the match. All right, so when it loads you in the map, I'm pretty sure this is just the fortress from the DMZ map. You're fighting higher tier zombies pretty much throughout the match. And there are also special zombies pretty much all the way through the map as well. So whatever weapons you feel comfortable with to take those on. You'll see the shotgun that I'm using is primarily for the close combat, close quarters. And then I brought in a Holger 556 to be able to do some ranged attack as well. The map itself is kind of all blurred out, like there's interference, so you can't see anything, but you'll see these yellow markers that you can see on screen. There are 4 points where you have to go and activate a signal. When you do that, it's going to spawn a bunch of zombies that you have to take out. As you get to these places, you might have to clear out a few of them before you can even do this. But you'll see that there's this thing where it has a seal. You have to interact to activate the seal. And that'll basically start a circle, which you can vaguely see on the floor. In order to break the seal, you have to kill a certain number of zombies within the circle, and it consumes those souls or charges them up with those souls, and you'll see the yellow progress bar on the screen. So they'll throw regular zombies. There's a bunch of special zombies as well that will come through, and you'll see I've sped things up a little bit here. You'll have to repeat this at each of the 4 seals. So this is the first one. As you can see, plenty of ammo, plenty of plates on the ground. You'll see that the ether blade comes in really handy when you're getting a little overrun. It gives you a great way to clear out the zombies. So there, the first seal is being activated, or broken, should we say. And you can now head over to the next one. I chose this one on the left first. You can do them in any order. There's no particular order. And you can see them clearly in the gameplay. I ran over here to the left, took the zip line up to get me on top. I thought it would be a little less crowded with zombies, but they're pretty much everywhere. So here's the second one. Each one looks a little different. So you see this one has a fire circle on the ground, which is a little easier to see than the first one. You want to make sure that you're killing them within the circle. If you kill them outside of the circle, they don't count, and you're kind of wasting the kills, as it were. So that was number 2. This is the third one. Again, just speeding things up so you can see where they are. And then this is the last one, the 4th one, taken care of. So, all right, we now have all 4 of these seals activated. And you want to head over to the last yellow marker on the screen, which is where the final boss fight will be. So again, it's pretty overrun. Once you get to this, the direction I came from, there's a bus, and then this building up in front of you. I believe there is a rift on the map, so there may be a faster way to get to this. I didn't find that in my game. So once you've given yourself a little bit of breathing space and cleared out some of the zombies, you need to make your way down onto the beach. So you'll see down off of the drop, there's a portal. As soon as you land on the beach, pretty much it's going to spawn the final boss. So the cheese for this, which I found, was to head back up the hill. As I'm doing, you'll find that there's a zip line up back to the castle. So pretty much just behind the building that I pointed out, you get up to the zip line and onto this platform. Now you'll see there are some wisps that get thrown at you. I think is what they're called. These things are annoying. They're hitting me because I was on the beach. But one of the advantages of this spot is that they can't get you from up here. So it gives you an opportunity to take on the boss without being bothered by those purple things that it shoots out. This is where you need to have a ranged weapon. And you'll see the health bar for the worm up at the top in red. Occasionally he's going to disappear underground. I don't know if you can do this with all weapons, but if he's underground and you shoot the spot that he's in, he'll basically pop back out and you can continue attacking. One thing I found out only after watching the video back is that when he goes underground, he actually regenerates to some extent. You'll see it later on in the video. So you want to make sure that you don't allow him to stay underground for too long. You want to make sure he's above ground. That way he's not regenerating and you can deal damage. The little purple things on the worm are the places you want to aim for. Those will give you much more damage. The one challenge of being up on the platform here, of course, is that you will eventually run out of ammo. There's not a lot of zombies that come up here. There's just a handful. but you're going to have to drop down. There are some ammo spawns. There's, I think, 3 of them on the beach. So you have to go back down to the beach to reload your ammo. So right down here, there's an ammo crate. So fill up your ammo. And then back up onto the platform. So just looking for the worm. Fire some shots into it. Now there are a few different phases to this. You'll see here I've got his health down quite a bit. And then he goes back underground. You'll see that the health bar for the worm is actually increasing. Here. And when he's back up, I can start dealing damage again. So be mindful of that. He will regenerate health if you leave him underground. I realized at this point that I'd spent all the time collecting the sentry guns and hadn't put any down. I threw one down here. It, I think, helped with controlling some of the zombies, but I don't know that it did a whole lot of damage to the worm. So here's another phase of his attack. He kind of shoots these things out. There's a beam. If you hit the beam in his mouth, it'll interrupt the attack. If you leave it, it will hit you and deal damage. So here you'll see another phase is a lot closer, but he still can't reach you to deal damage directly from this spot. And there he goes down. So once you've killed the boss, you want to head down to the beach. You'll see that there's a reward rift and a whole bunch of goodies on the ground. So I don't know if this is the same every time, but there's some essence, there's a gold skull, and a wonder weapon, yeah, a few things. This document you want to keep, so make space in your inventory. That's important for some of the missions later on. And once you're done, head out. Here are the weapon builds. If you want, you can pause here. And thanks for watching.